Alright my fighters, so today we are going to talk about the new Zenkai Awakening Super Saiyan Bardock and the best teams that you can use him on. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so the first team that you can use him on is actually the Super Saiyan team, and by far this is the best team you can use him on actually. There is other teams that you can use him on and I am going to talk about them later in this video. However, by far this is the best team that you can use him on, due to the fact that when he first came out, he came out actually for Super Saiyans, because of the fact that his abilities activates only when he is with Super Saiyans. So basically all those criticals and all this damage buff is activated only when he is with Super Saiyans. He gives them lots of buffs and he receives from them a lot of buffs as well, which makes the whole team really incredible and very useful in PvP, and that's why he is still actually, even after Zenkai Awakening, his unique abilities, his original unique abilities are still limiting him to Super Saiyans, and that's why this is actually the best team you can use him on. Now, since the Zenkai Awakening abilities didn't limit him to Super Saiyans, that's why there is some other teams that you can use him on, and as I said before, I am going to talk about them. However, for now, for this team, your best picks are actually the Super Saiyan Bardock, obviously, then you have the Super Vegito, and you have actually the Rage Trunks, and you have the Super Saiyan Trunks, the red one, and you have actually then either the Super Kaioken Goku or actually the Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie. Both of them are green, and that's why I'm saying either this one or the other one. Both of them are great and they can deal some insane damage, especially with their special moves, so this is going to make them even more insane, and they are going to one-shot a lot of characters with those buffs. However, those are actually the Super Saiyans who stays as Super Saiyans. Now, there is actually some Saiyan character who transforms into Super Saiyan, like the transforming Trunks, the transforming Gohan, and the transforming Goku. Those characters are actually very good and they are going to be very useful with Bardock. However, there is a very little disadvantage with them, which is actually the timer that you have to wait until you can transform them into Super Saiyan, and then you have actually to change from Bardock to them, which is going to take a lot of time actually, and a lot of time is a lot in the current meta with Vegito Blue, Kefla, and the other characters like Gohan, who can actually one-shot a character directly. So basically waiting until you can actually transform a character and then have the buffs is going to put you under a very big disadvantage. It would have been better, much better actually, to directly have the character into Super Saiyan form and give it directly the buffs that you need from the beginning of the match, which is going to give you actually much better advantage. However, as I said before, the other characters, the transforming ones, are still useful in case you can actually save your Bardock until you transform them. Other than that, those characters that I spoke about, if you have them, they are going to be actually your best pick for the team. Now, the second team that you can use him on is actually the Saiyans. There is some good Saiyan characters who buffs actually Saiyans, and this is really awesome, and they are going to be very useful. They aren't as incredibly useful as the Super Saiyans, but they are going to still actually be very useful in PvP. Now, in this team, there isn't actually so many characters that buff Saiyans, but there is one team that is formed actually for Saiyans, which is the Bardock team. So basically, if you have them at good start, you can use them and they are going to be useful actually with the Super Saiyan Bardock. However, as I said before, since his original buffs limits him to Super Saiyan, they aren't going actually to be as useful as the Super Saiyan team. And even if you use him with other Saiyan characters, unless they are actually Super Saiyan characters, he isn't going to be as useful as with the Super Saiyan characters. But he is still might be useful actually, or he is going to be useful with the Saiyan characters who can buff Saiyans. The Saiyan characters who can buff Saiyans are actually such as the Super Saiyan Full Power Goku, this boy, He can actually buff the Saiyan's blast attack, which is very useful actually. It's not as useful as it is for other characters for the Bardock, because Bardock is actually a strike based character, but it is still useful because he is buffing Saiyans. And other characters, we have actually the Fitku, who can actually buff Saiyans as well. He is buffing the base strike attack, which is very useful for the Bardock. We have actually Raditz, who can buff also Saiyans, which is very useful. And then, but he is buffing again the blast attack, so he isn't as useful for the Bardock as for other characters. And then we have actually some other characters as well who can buff Saiyans, but they aren't going to be extremely useful in PvP because of the fact that they aren't very useful characters. So basically the best teams to use him on actually in the Super Saiyan team or in the Saiyan team are actually the Fitku, the Bardock, the Raditz, and then the Bardock team. Those are actually the best characters that you can use and form a team, a Saiyan team around the Super Saiyan Bardock. So basically those are the best teams that you can use the Super Saiyan Bardock on: the Super Saiyan team, the Saiyan team, and then the Bardock team. Of course you can actually count the Bardock team as a Saiyan team, but since they are a team alone, I wanted to count them actually as a team alone. Because you can actually create a Saiyan team without any of the Bardock team characters in it, or at least with only the red Bardock in it. So basically you can count them as two different teams, but you can count them as what you want. So anyways, with that being said, that was everything for today. If you think that I missed anything in this video, let me know about it in the comments section below, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about the Dragon Ball Legends. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Dragon Ball Legends.